King Charles and Prince William make a rare public appearance. Welcome back to Royal Saga of the Spanish Monarchy. To all our wonderful subscribers, thank you for being part of this royal family with us. Today we're bringing you breaking news from the British royal family that has palace watchers absolutely stunned. If you're new here, subscribe now because what King Charles and Prince William just did together hasn't happened in over 40 years. What if I told you that King Charles and Prince William just made a joint appearance that breaks decades of royal protocol? And that what they did together reveals a massive shift in how the monarchy will operate going forward. Stay until the very end, because the private conversation they had afterwards, leaked by a palace aide, will change everything you think you know about the future of the crown. The movement that made history. Yesterday morning, something unprecedented occurred. King Charles and Prince William arrived together, in the same car, to open a new Veterans Support Center in Manchester. This might not sound earth-shattering, but in royal terms, it's seismic. Here's why. The monarch and the heir to the throne almost never travel together. It's an unwritten rule designed to protect the line of succession. If something tragic were to happen, the crown must continue. Traveling separately has been standard protocol since Queen Elizabeth's reign. But Charles and William broke that rule. Deliberately. Publicly. And the message they're sending is profound. Royal historian Hugo Vickers told the BBC, "I cannot recall the last time a reigning monarch and direct heir traveled together for an official engagement like this. The fact that they're doing it now signals something significant is changing at the palace." The body language that spoke volumes. But it wasn't just the car ride that captured attention, it was what happened when they arrived. Photographers captured a series of images that royal watchers are calling the changing of the guard in real time. King Charles stepped out of the vehicle first, but instead of immediately moving toward the waiting dignitaries, he paused and waited for William. The two men then walked side by side, perfectly in step, to greet officials. Body language expert Judy James analyzed the footage. Charles's body positioning was remarkable. He wasn't leading as the senior royal typically would. He was positioning himself as an equal partner with William. The way they moved together, consulted each other with glances, even their synchronized hand gestures, this was a deliberate display of unity and shared authority. Even more striking, when they cut the ceremonial ribbon together, both men held the scissors. In traditional royal protocol, only the senior royal performs such duties while others observe. This was a co-performance. What palace insiders are revealing. According to sources close to both men, this joint appearance wasn't spontaneous, it was carefully planned as the beginning of a new era for the British monarchy. A senior palace aide told The Telegraph, "His Majesty has been very clear about his intentions. He wants to model a seamless transition of power. He's showing the nation that when the time comes, whether that's years from now or sooner, Prince William will be ready because he's been governing alongside his father, not waiting in the wings." But there's another layer to this strategy. With Charles's health remaining uncertain following his cancer treatment, sources suggest this public partnership serves a practical purpose. It normalizes seeing William in a co-leadership role, preparing the public psychologically for an eventual transition. The private conversation that changes everything. Here's where the story gets truly remarkable. According to a palace staff member who overheard the conversation, after the public event concluded and they were returning to the car, Charles said something to William that left those present visibly emotional. "You're not waiting for me to step aside. We're doing this together, from now on. That's how it should be." William reportedly responded, "I'm honored to serve alongside you, not after you." The source who shared this added, "There were tears in some people's eyes." This was Charles doing what his mother never quite managed, actively preparing his successor while still in power, making William a true partner rather than an heir in waiting. The strategic brilliance of this move. Royal commentators are praising this approach as potentially transformative for the monarchy's future. By presenting Charles and William as a united front, the palace is achieving multiple goals simultaneously. First, it addresses concerns about Charles's health without directly acknowledging them. The public sees William as fully capable and already engaged in governance. Second, it counters the narrative of a waiting heir that plagued Charles himself for decades. William isn't languishing, he's actively leading. Third, it presents a modern image of collaborative leadership that resonates with contemporary values. The monarchy isn't about one supreme ruler, it's about a family institution working together. Royal expert Penny Junor observed, "This is Charles's greatest gift to his son, not just the throne eventually, but partnership now. He's learned from the struggles of being heir for 70 years. He's ensuring William doesn't face the same frustration. What this means for the future. Palace sources suggest this joint appearance is just the beginning. Plans are reportedly underway for Charles and William to undertake several high-profile engagements together in the coming months, including a joint state visit to France in spring 2026, county hosting of Commonwealth leaders at Windsor, shared patronage of several major charities, regular coordinated speeches on key issues. One insider revealed, the king wants it clearly established that he and the Prince of Wales speak with one voice. When William eventually becomes king, the transition should feel natural, almost seamless, because the public has already accepted him as a leader. The symbolism that resonates. But beyond strategy and succession planning, there's something deeply moving about what we witnessed. A father and son, facing uncertainty about the future, choosing to face it together rather than separately. A king who loves his heir enough to share power rather than hoard it. A son who respects his father enough to walk beside him rather than impatiently behind. In a world obsessed with individual achievement and personal glory, Charles and William are modeling something countercultural: collaborative leadership, intergenerational partnership, and the strength that comes from unity. So here's what we want to know. Do you think this co-leadership approach will strengthen the monarchy or create confusion about who's really in charge? And what does this tell us about King Charles as a father and a leader? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Royal Saga of the Spanish Monarchy, and turn on notifications. This is a pivotal moment in royal history, and we'll be covering every development. The future of the monarchy is being written right now, and we're all witnesses.